It is Sunday, a good day to start anew and do something different. So I haven't been on for a while, but here I am with a new video. And one of the things I want to talk about is I want to share my thoughts on this chicken sandwich debate. This chicken sandwich debate. Now, we've been getting a lot of hype about these chicken sandwiches, and when I see something like this, there's some things that go off, and my head let me think, okay, there's a lot of hype going on about a chicken sandwich. And for whatever reason, I tend to see a lot of people who are buying into the hype. And it seems like these big companies know exactly where to go in order to be able to create the hype for these chicken sandwiches. Or I'll just say chicken sandwich because one just came on the scene while another has been on for some time now. So we should not be eating these fast food meals in the first place. But I know that in the busyness of our lives, things happen. Time gets away from us, and we don't have a lot of time to cook and prepare meals, so we have to go and eat fast food. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share some facts about both of these sandwiches and what it could potentially be doing to you as you are buying into the hype, finding a way to get in these long lines, burn all this gas, and wait these long periods of time, and even in some instances, get up to the window or to the order menu, and they don't even have these sandwiches. So, uh, I'm not judging anyone. I'm just giving this information and hoping that you take it for what it's worth. Now, I really feel like I need to do a disclaimer because it's very clear if you have just a little bit of sense to know what is going on with those who are getting on this media hype and they're talking about these sandwiches, and then one sandwich is great and tremendous while this other sandwich needs to do some work. So I'm going to let you know I'm no wise advertising or promoting either Chick-fil-A or Popeyes. Neither one. I'm not bringing them. All I'm giving is my input and what I think about these sandwiches. So, uh, before I go into what I think about this sandwich, I want to talk about this video that I viewed. It's one video in particular. And what I noticed was there were two gentlemen that had these habanero peppers. I'm not sure if you know what they are, but look it up. It's habanero peppers. And in these peppers, they have something called, I'm going to make sure I pronounce this correctly, capsaicin, or it's capsaicin, 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 capsaicin. I think it's capsaicin, or capsaicin, one of those. And this chemical was known that they were able to put it into a pill form and synthetically, that before they had the technology that they have now with the pills that they give you to be able to control your blood pressure. This is what this chemical in the habanero pepper is designed to do. It's designed to help lower your blood pressure. It lowers it how can I say, relaxes your blood vessels so that the blood can flow more easily. Now, capsaicin is I'm sorry, capaci. I can't even remember how to pronounce this. I'll get it together one of it's. I'll put the word up, and I'll let you know what it is. It is a chemical extracted from this habanero chili pepper, and it can be used topically to put on your body when you're dealing with peripheral nerve pain. If you have peripheral nerve pain, you can take this chemical and put it on your body, and it will help relieve the pain. There are some other benefits that I really won't go into this video, but the one that I noticed is these gentlemen took this habanero pepper and ate it before they ate either one of these sandwiches. Now, I don't know about you, but in the interest of questioning things, one of the things that came to mind was, why would these gentlemen eat these peppers before they taste tested Chick-fil-A and Popeyes chicken sandwiches? And with that understanding, it had me go into say, well, let me find out what the nutritional facts are in regards to both of these sandwiches. Now, if you look at the sodium content of the Chick-fil-A sandwich, the Chick-fil-A sandwiches has 1,390 milligrams of sodium. 1,390 milligrams of sodium. The Popeyes chicken sandwich has 1,690 grams of sodium. Now, any of you who know anything about sodium know that that is the chief element that you find in salt. And of course, why is there salt in any of these sandwiches? Well, we know why. Because salt makes the sandwiches taste good. So if you didn't have any salt in there, it wouldn't taste like what it is that you were looking for. You would think that the sandwich is bland and you wouldn't eat it. But based off of just the sodium content from the Chick-fil-A having 1,390 milligrams of sodium and the Popeyes chicken sandwich having 690 milligrams of sodium, that tells me that if I was to choose and if I was concerned about my sodium level, then I would probably choose the Chick-fil-A sandwich over the Popeyes chicken sandwich because of the reduced amount of sodium. Now, when you look at that amount of sodium in one sandwich and realize that if you're dealing with high blood pressure or issues that sodium causes you to have, maybe you get headaches or maybe you don't feel so well. If I know that I have this pepper, this habanero chili pepper, that if I eat it, the chemical that is in it is going to help me lower my blood pressure so that I won't have the effects of low blood pressure. I'm saving my kidneys. I'm not having any problems. I think I probably, if I was armed with that knowledge, I probably would eat a habanero pepper before I ate any of these sandwiches as well. So, based off of that information, just the amount of sodium, unless you, I guess, I don't know, want to go find a habanero pepper before you eat a sandwich, you'll be fine. But I would probably err on a side of caution and might not eat it if I'm dealing with high blood pressure, not eat the sandwich. I mean, of course, high sodium is not good for your health anyway. Going now into the other reason why these sandwiches may be a risk. Now, I'm not sure many of you are familiar with what it is that trans fats, or why it is that there's a big issue regarding trans fats. But I'm going to show you something that I have found on this website in regards to trans fats and why it is that the government outlawed trans fats and stated that certain places will no longer have any trans fats in them. But guess what I found when I looked at the nutritional facts for the Popeyes chicken sandwich? Trans fats. And before I show you this article, uh, maybe you don't think that little things don't matter, and maybe, okay, the sandwich tastes good. If I was worried about my health, why would I be eating it anyway? but let me just give you an idea before I show you this article. In the nutritional facts for the Popeyes chicken sandwich, it shows that it has 1 gram of trans fats. It does. And so, when I'm gonna give you an idea about what 1 gram is, this paperclip is about the size of what 1 gram would look like. Now, I know some people eat a sandwich and feel like, okay, it's good enough. But if you eat more than one and you keep getting enough of these little tiny paper clips, you're having these trans fats build up in your system. So let me share this article that I found on trans fats. Okay, here's an article that was written in June 21st, 2018 by Catherine Martinko. The article was from treehuggers.com. I'll leave a link in the description. It says trans fats are now officially banned in U.S. That's the title of the article. Now, the article talks about how many pounds of partially hydrogenated oils were once used every year in the U.S., but now these have been replaced with healthier oils, although controversy remains, right? But the part I wanted to point out in this particular article was that the new research in the early 1990s found a strong link between trans fats intake and coronary heart disease. Trans fats were seen to elevate LDL, which is the bad cholesterol that promotes heart disease, and lower HDL, the good cholesterol that protects against heart disease. The first large study on trans fats found that at the time of peak usage, industrially produced trans fats in packaged and restaurant foods were contributing to about 50,000 early deaths annually. Now, this was an article that was done, again, back in 2018, so it wasn't that long ago. And this is via the Center for Science and the Public Interest. It's a company that is based in Washington, D.C. It's the center. This here, I'll also leave a link to this. And, this link here, this website has a .org. It's cspinet.org. And it talks about the, American Foods and Healthy, the watchdog for these types of things so that it could help you make healthier choices. Now, here's a quote that was made in the campaign, and they talk about CSPI, and it writes, "This kicked off a major campaign by the CSPI to have trans fats labeled by the FDA. This became mandatory in 2006 and eventually banned." The CSPI writes, in 2013, in response to CPI's 2004 petition, the FDA issued a preliminary determination that partially hydrogenated oils were no longer generally recognized as safe, or GRAS, for use in food. The agency finalized the determination in 2015, giving food manufacturers and restaurants 3 years to eliminate artificial trans fats. Now, you have this information, and you now can see that we are not supposed to have trans fats in our foods. But when I looked at the nutritional facts, as I just showed you, there are trans fats in that Popeyes chicken sandwich. So, again, this is my thoughts on what it is that you are putting into your body. And if you don't care about consuming these trans fats, that's clogging your arteries, that's ultimately leading to heart disease. And I just gave you the statistics on what has happened with the issues with this. So be it. I just want you to be armed and aware of what it is that they have done to this sandwich. And you should also have some red flags going off in your head that why is it that they are putting this on all social media and everywhere else to drum up hype behind this sandwich. And the other thing that I thought about is, say you're going to some of these Popeyes because the sandwiches are selling so rapidly and they don't have them. And if you're hungry, if they don't have something that you came there for, you're naturally going to choose another food item that they have on their menu. So you take something else. Now, I haven't found anything that was had trans fats in any of the other items that Popeye sell, but there is a gram, 1 gram, meaning this amount, size of this paper clip, in that sandwich that you're eating from Popeyes. So although it may be good, and I hope you enjoy it, no judgment for me, but you now know that you are putting high amounts of sodium, higher amounts than the sandwich that you would get from Chick-fil-A, which is a 300 milligram difference, as well as trans fats that, as you just read, stated that by the time the article was written, should have been banned from these restaurants and having them in their food. But Popeyes has put on their nutritional facts that they have a gram of trans fats in that sandwich. So that's it for now. This is the Energized Coach. I'm coming to you with my thoughts on the sandwich debate. My personal opinion is I think it's completely ridiculous. If you decide to get them, fine. If you don't, here's to your health, and that you will live a long and healthy life without having to eat yourself to the grave. Uh, if you want to try it and you feel like you just want to, I don't know, satisfy your curiosity because every time you go to your Facebook or your Instagram and you see these posts and people giving all these raves about these sandwiches, okay, maybe, they don't care about what it is that they're doing themselves by eating these sandwiches. But me personally, I'm not interested in getting in a sandwich from any of these places just to see what it is that it tastes like. Because if I really wanted one to sell the same meats and uh, same ingredients in the supermarket, and I could be able to do it in my own kitchen and do whatever is necessary to be able to have me a chicken sandwich if I want to have a chicken sandwich that bad. And I probably won't put as much sodium, nor would I be considering putting any trans fats inside the sandwich because I don't know about you, but I like to live longer than just for the moment because I want to see what a sandwich tastes like. If you have any thoughts, any comments, anything that you want to talk about, anything you want to share, I welcome them all. I care about everything that you have to say about it, and you can leave them in the comments below. In the meantime, what I just shared was my thoughts. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. This is Energized Coach signing off. Have a blessed day. Peace.